Let's see here. Okay. Hello, 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 everyone. I want to welcome you to this beautiful Saturday evening. Thank you so much for sharing your weekend with us here at Evolution Travel. My name is Tony Ward, and I'm a travel agent training specialist with this wonderful company we call Evolution. If you can hear me, could you please, for those of you who have access to the chat box, would you please go ahead and put that in the chat box so I know that you hear me? And then we can go ahead and get started, okay? Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me? I don't see anybody in the chat box yet. Yes, no, maybe so. Deanna?
I'm on a phone, so I can't.
Yeah, okay. Completely okay. I know the people who are dialing in can't, they don't have access to the chat box, but the other ones can. Okay, so yes. Yolanda says she can hear me. Karen says she can hear me. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, volume check. Okay, so we can get started. So, like I said, my name is Tony Ward. I'm a travel agent training specialist for Evolution Travel, and I'm here this evening to have a brief, yet informal conversation with you about our company. Okay, this is to answer questions and speak to any concerns you may have, so that you can make a educated decision about becoming an agent with our company. Now, we are all home-based agents. And what that means is, as a home-based travel agent, you're able to book travel for anybody, including yourself, from the comfort of your own home, okay? Or anywhere actually in the world where you have internet access. Super cool to be able to do that, because what this type of a position does for you is it gives you complete flexibility with your schedule and your life, and it also gives you time freedom. So you're able to come and go as you please, where you please, with who you please, how you please, right? So super cool to be able to be the master of your own life. And this does give you that benefit. This is my only job. I don't have a regular 9 to 5, 10 to 2, 11 to 7, or whatever kind of schedules they have out there these days. I get to make my schedule according to me and how I actually feel that day, which is really nice. So I do this full time. And so I'm able to help other people get their businesses started, train other people who have joined the business, and support those in whatever way they need to be supported. So I love that. Back in before this, I actually owned my own business. I had a furniture store for 18 years. And so I decided to just do this kind of like part-time on the side to be able to travel with me and my son, make a little extra money, because you're not going to travel alone. So for those people who are traveling with me, I wanted to be able to book all our stuff. And what happened was, after 6 months in this business, I had so much fun. I was making so much money. I decided to go ahead and close my furniture store and do this full time. So super cool when your plan B actually becomes your plan A, and you're able to benefit from those things, So love it, love it, love it. Now that you know who I am, let me tell you about who Evolution Travel is and how we started. Our company actually started in 1952, right? That is our travel foundation, Archer Travel. About 66, 67 years ago, we got started in the travel industry. And for the last 67 years, we have been building and solidifying our foundation in the travel industry. Now, the cool part about that is we've been doing such a good job building rapport and, building relationships, making friends in the industry, helping agents, helping clients, that we've received an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Really nice, because in order to receive an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, you have to be doing something right. Right? That's not something that they just give out freely, all willy-nilly. You actually have to earn that rating. So I love that fact, because it's kind of like getting a report card at school, right? If you get bad grades, you're not going to tell anybody. But when you get good grades, you want to tell everybody. So I can't wait to tell people when they want to know more about our company, hey, we have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, because, it's kind of like boasting about being on the honor roll. So in the travel industry, we would definitely be on the honor roll. Super cool. So about 3 years ago, the founder of Evolution Travel and the CEO of R.A.W, they got together, sat down and had a meeting. And during that meeting, they decided to form a merger, which is how we became Evolution Travel as we are known today. Super cool, because not only are we able to offer travel, but we're also able to offer the opportunity for other people to be travel agents too. And we benefit both ways. Now, here's the cool part. When I say we offer travel and we're travel agents, what I mean is we get to do everything. There's nothing you can't do in the travel industry with our company. We can do anything and everything. I mean, car rentals, airfare, hotels, all-inclusive resorts, cruises, you name it, you can book it, okay? Destination weddings, family reunions, high school reunions, honeymoons, baby moons, even divorce parties. How about that? From one spectrum to the other, right? One end of the spectrum to the other. You can offer anything and everything. And it's really cool because you can even become a specialist in any of those areas. Now, when you do book any of those things, you're going to earn commission. Now, the commission that you're going to earn is actually 80%. You guys, listen to me. 80, not 18, but 80. 80% of the commission that's paid to our company actually goes to us, the booking travel agent. Super cool. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I have to clear my throat for this one, because you don't need any experience to get this, to start working in this business, to get this position, to become successful in the business. You don't need any experience. And that's because the company will actually train you, right? So no prior training is needed. However, if you do have prior training, that's okay. Because a lot of people have booked their own trips on Expedia or Priceline or Orbitz, or, called in and booked their own hotels or booked their own airfare or whatever. And that's experience in the travel industry. If you've done that, you can definitely do this. And if you haven't, guess what? We'll teach you how to do every single thing you need to do. So no experience necessary, right? And there are no quotas. So you can book as much travel as you want with this home-based business, or as little travel as you want. We have people in this business who actually book tons of travel, hundreds of thousands of dollars of travel every single year. And then we have people in the business who actually just book that one trip for themselves every year, and they want to get commission back and they want to be able to write off their travel. So super cool to be able to benefit no matter how much travel you want to book, or no matter how little travel you want to book. The company is still beneficial to you, no matter what you decide to do with it. Now, really nice, because it's really simple to get started, right? So in order to get started, the person who invited you here this evening is actually going to give you a link. And that link is attached to an application. You're going to fill out that application. It takes you about 2 to 3 minutes to fill out that application, okay? And after filling out that application, at the end, there is a processing portion of it where you have to pay to get started. Really nice thing, you guys. Our company is having a huge special right now. So instead of paying the $2.99 that it normally costs to get started, the company is giving us 90% off. Oh my goodness, right? I haven't seen a Black Friday sale yet where you get that much of a discount. Oh my goodness. My phone is just ringing, ringing, ringing. Okay, let me come back over to you guys. I hope you can hear me. My phone rings nonstop all day, and I'm not complaining. I love it. I love it, because people are always wanting to go everywhere. So I love that. But it's going to be a place where you're going to process your application 90% off, right? So instead of $299, it's only $30 for you to get started. That's it. That's all. There are no hidden fees, right? That's all you have to pay is $30 to get started. Once you pay that $30, immediately, at the snap of a finger, you are in the system and you're ready to go. The company actually has your website ready for you immediately, so you can log in and start your training. Now, that training is what's going to get you your credentials so that you're able to start booking travel and earning that 80% commission. Now, the training consists of 12 different modules, okay? And after every single module, there is a test. Now, after completing those modules and those tests, at the end, you are a professional travel agent able to book travel for anybody, anywhere in the entire world and earn that commission that we talked about. Super cool to be able to do that. And guess what? The company even gives you a certificate, and that certificate is honored throughout the world in the travel industry. So they understand that you are a professional travel agent you're able to book travel. And at that time, they know that you will then be able to qualify to earn that commission. So super cool to be able to do that. Now, this training, you guys, we get this question every night. They want to know, okay, sounds good, Tony. I really love it. I love the 90% off. I love the $30. I want to get started right now, but how long does the training actually take? Well, the training from module 1 all the way to module 12 is going to take you about an hour and a half to complete. It takes about the average person an hour and a half to complete. So then I always get this question: do I have to do it at one time? And the answer to that is no. What I want you guys to remember is this is your business, which means that you get to run your business your way on your time, okay? So it doesn't matter if you're going to, do 2 of the modules, take the kids, do two of the modules, go to work, whatever. You can do it your way. Definitely you can split them up and do it how, it fits into your schedule. Now, the training modules are going to teach you the fundamentals of booking travel and being a home-based agent. They're going to teach you, how to book the travel, the different suppliers that we use, how to go online and do it, how to qualify your clients, how to market your business. Every single thing successful business in this industry is going to be taught to you in your initial. There are specialties in addition to those. Now, the cool part about that is you can do as much additional training as you want, and those trainings are actually supplied by the actual suppliers directly. Super cool, you guys, because those additional trainings are free. FREE free. Okay, they want you to have the training, they want you to have the knowledge, because the more you learn, of course, number one, the more you're going to learn the more you're going to earn for you, and the more you're going to earn for them too, because you'll know exactly what this is. So when I started in the business, I wanted to know as much as I could about cruises, because I love cruises. I've been on 26 different cruises, and that's just my passion, to go on cruises. And I'm kind of tired of saying 26. I want to say 27. So maybe I'll go on a cruise next month or something so I can change that number. But anyway, I digress. So I wanted to learn more about cruises. So I started to venture into the different cruise trainings. Like I did the Princess training, the Carnival training, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, all those different trainings I participated in. And what I found out was, for a lot of those trainings, you get different perks because you've done the trainings and you've learned some of the information. They want to reward you, right? So I did like the Royal Caribbean training, and after you're done with the Royal Caribbean training, they give you priority boarding status, so you don't have to wait in a regular lines. You get different things where you can be a VIP and go in the front and all that stuff because you completed those trainings. Super cool. Royal Caribbean even has an autism program, so I love that, because for clients that have parents or children or family members that are autistic, you can actually offer them different special things because you've done that training, right? You have that certificate. So really nice to have that type of knowledge, because you can then, specialize in whatever it is you want to specialize in. We have tons of agents who love Disney. So they've done the Disney training and they have become Disney specialists. And because of that, not only do they get discounts on Disney, but they have that knowledge to get their clients exactly what they need. Super cool though, because guess what? When you do like the Disney training and stuff like that, Disney actually gives you 2 free tickets every year. SeaWorld does the same thing. Legoland does the same thing. Universal Studios does the same thing. Whenever you do those trainings, they give you that stuff because they want you to come out and experience what they have to offer so that you can, be better able to sell it to your clients. Now with the cruises, they were really super cool, because when I first got started and I did like the Carnival trainings, Carnival had these last minute cruise deals, right? So the first year I was a travel agent, I actually took 4 cruises, okay? And for every single cruise, I promise, I didn't pay more than $59 per cruise. That's not per day. That's per cruise. Super cool. So I'm doing the training. Let me tell you, true story. True story. Listen. So I'm doing the training, right? And then I'm done with the training, and I find the part in Carnival, last minute cruises. They have this list. So I'm looking, and it says $59, 4-day cruise out of Long Beach. Now, since I live in California, I'm in Northern California. That's just a 4-hour drive. So I'm like, oh my goodness, is this real? Like, I don't believe this. Is this really real? So I went ahead and paid for it. paid for my boyfriend at the time to go too. So we went on this cruise, and he's thinking to himself, oh my goodness, I must have done something so cool. She's taking me on this cruise, and I'm just so special. He had no idea that he was really on a cheap date, right? That's a super cheap date. 4 days for $59. All the food, all the drinks, everything included. He had no idea. It was just a cheap date for 4 days. But, that was one of the perks that we had, because the training was done and I was an agent and I was in their system. So a lot of times you get different perks when you do these trainings, and they're all different. Every single supplier offers something different, and that was just one of them. Now you're probably thinking, okay, I don't kind of get it. Why do we get free tickets? Why do we get these deep discounts? Aren't they losing money? And the answer to that is absolutely not. They make more money the better they treat us as travel agents, because what happens is we become walking, talking billboards for those, suppliers and what they have to offer. Can you imagine how excited my ex-boyfriend was when he came home from his first cruise and told everybody on earth about this fabulous cruise ship and all the stuff he got to do and where he got to go and all that extra stuff? Enthusiasm sells, and they understand that. So it makes so much sense for them to treat us like royalty so that we can sell our stuff, sell their cruises and their all-inclusive resorts and every single thing they have to our clients. So super cool. They're really smart. And it's like any industry, right? Any industry, because every industry, no matter where you work, no matter what you do, there's going to be a perk associated with it, right? If you work in the food industry, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, wherever, you're probably going to get free fries, free shakes, and free burgers, right? Because they want you to taste them. They want you to love them. They want you to tell your friends to come and try some. Same with the travel industry. Since we're travel agents, we're going to get free trips, free tickets to Disney, deeply discounted vacations, because we're in that industry. So everything is relative. So think of it that way, okay? Now, another perk, of course, that we have because we have home-based businesses are the fact that we have tax deductions. Now, let me tell you, the tax deductions are probably the biggest and the best thing ever known to man when it comes to having a home-based business. I was watching Steve Harvey's show a few months ago, and he had a specialist on his show, and the first thing she said was every American should have a home-based business, period, point blank, because the tax deductions are so big that it doesn't make sense for you not to have a home-based business. And it's true, because as a home-based travel agent, I've seen agents in this business who have, prior to starting their business, had to pay. They owed money, but after starting their home-based business, because of the deductions that they were afforded, they ended up getting refunds. And I mean 5-digit refunds, okay, because of their business. There are certain things you can write off, you guys, that you're going to do anyway, right? If you can hear me, put something in the chat box, because I feel like I'm talking to myself. I haven't seen anybody say anything in about 5 minutes. So I'm just talking to myself. This is supposed to be a conversation. So there's certain things that we get to write off that actually we are doing anyway. Like, we all have to have a place to live, right? And part of your housing, part of your utilities, part of your car usage, all that stuff becomes a tax deduction, right? I even found out that 100% of your car registration is a tax deduction. Now, the cool part about it too is, having a home-based business, of course, you're afforded different tax deductions. But having a home-based travel business, you're afforded more tax deductions, because there are certain things, because we're home-based travel agents, that we get that other people don't get. For instance, our cable bill. We get to write off our entire cable bill. I know some people were at home tonight watching a fight, doing all that stuff. And guess what? They get to write that stuff off. I'm going to tell you why. The reason why is because there's a travel channel, right? And because of the travel channel, and that it's deemed research and development by the IRS, we get to write that off. Now, the fact that we can't pay for the travel channel separately means that we can write off our entire bill. So for all the people who ordered the fight tonight and they're, having fight parties and doing all that stuff, guess what? They get to write all that off. So kudos to the smart travel agents tonight that are writing off that fight. I super enjoy being able to write that stuff off, you guys, because it's really not how much money you make. It's how much of that money you actually get to keep and enjoy to spend for yourself. Okay. So, I always say, you got to pay your taxes. You got to take care of that. but you don't have to overpay your taxes, right? Uncle Sam does not need a tip. Tip your bartender, tip your driver, tip your hairstylist. You don't need to tip Uncle Sam. Keep some of that money for you so that you can travel more and do more special things for you and your family. Now, because this is a business, of course, we have business expenses. And Evolution Travel is one of the best companies out there because our expenses are so low for a return that's so high. Okay. We only have to pay $69.95 a month to run our business. Not a penny more, not a penny less. That's it. And that takes care of everything. Okay. Let me add some extra syllables in that word because it's taking care of so much. Now, listen. It takes care of not only the website I told you about before, but the company actually gives you a second website for you to, work with. And that website is actually even more customizable for you. You can add your picture, your bio, different trips that you're working on so your clients can actually participate in those vacation plans if they like to. It includes your 1099 processing. It includes your commission processing. It even includes the basic errors and omissions insurance. We're human. We make mistakes. So we're covered, with the basic errors and omissions insurance. It even covers all of our licensing. So, there are licensing for different states and different laws that have to be followed as a travel agent. And our company makes sure that all the legalities surrounding having this business are taken care of for it. So it's super cool because for $30, you can actually walk in the door and have a turnkey business, get started, and start making money right away without having to worry about any of that stuff. Okay. We even have a customer service department in Southern California where there are over 30 customer service representatives that are trained in travel that are there for us Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 to guide us, direct us, answer questions and all that stuff. So we really do have a $1 million turnkey business right at our fingertips. Now, people always tell me, this is the question, so let me answer it now. I get this every single day. Tony, I'm so excited. I want to participate. I want to do this. I want to travel. But I heard you say $30 and I heard you say $69.95. I'm a little confused. What do I have to pay today to get started? And the answer to that question is just the $30. That's it. You get started for the $30. You do your training. You become a professional travel agent, start booking travel, start making money. And then 30 days from now, your $69.95 will kick in. Okay. That's it. That's all in a nutshell. No hidden fees. And it's all black and white. That's it. That's all. So simple. But let me go ahead and make sure I have answered all of your questions. Those are the bullet points, the main things. Of course, you're going to learn a whole bunch when you get started in this business. That's going to enhance every single thing I just said. But that's the basics right there. Okay. So let me go ahead and unmute you guys and see if there are any questions that you have that I need to answer for you. So we can get those answered and you can make a decision about joining us here at Evolution. So let me go ahead and unmute. What is it? 646-296. 646-296. You are unmuted. How are you?
Hi, good. I'm Lauren.
This is, I'm going to say, is this Lauren? Yes. Hey, Lauren. Yes. How are you? So good. What questions do you have?
So in order to get the business, like how do you, I'm thinking, okay, if I pay my $30 and I start, I have no clients, and then in 30 days I'm going to have to pay $60. How do you get clients? Like, do you pay for Google ads and Facebook ads, or what are some recommended ways for people to start contacting you?
We teach you marketing. We do have marketing training and all that stuff. Are you on social media?
I am. I'm on Facebook and Instagram, but I use it for my other business, which is photography. And I'd have to start another.
Well, not really, because you know what? We have a lot of photographers in the business that are also travel agents. We actually have one photographer who actually goes on vacation with his clients and provides travel photography, because you know how you're on vacation and people are like, oh, you got to find somebody, hey, could you take a picture of us, or you're doing selfies everywhere. He actually provides a complete experience with his photography and his travel, especially like for his wedding clients and all that kind of stuff. So you can actually really mesh those two together very well, because when you're traveling, you definitely want those pictures to capture those moments so that you can have them forever. So that's one of the most creative combinations I've seen with the travel and the photography. So they kind of go hand in hand, because, you know, you get older, you can't remember everything. You want a picture.
Right. Well, in my case, just a quick question. Instead of it's complicated. It's a different kind of photography business. But because the business pages don't get any traffic unless you pay. And I never, which is that's how Facebook algorithms are. So, you know, you talk about marketing, but do people need to invest a few dollars a week in order to buy ads on social media or on Google or what have you? I don't know.
When I got started, just my own personal experience, and you can, yes, of course, you can buy ads for everything. I mean, I have magnets on my car. I have billboards in my city. I have stuff everywhere. So, but when I first got started, I just had a Facebook page. I probably had maybe 300 friends, and that was it, because I really wasn't on social media like that. And I basically posted my certificate, and I said, I am now a professional travel agent. Where do you want to go? I was inundated with people wanting to go everywhere. And, you know, once you do your first couple trips, they're going to tell somebody who's going to tell somebody who's going to tell somebody. You know, it's kind of like real estate, you know? So word of mouth is really how travel agents get that stuff out there. But once you start doing stuff, you know, and I was a realtor for 13 years. So it's the same kind of thing when it comes to marketing. It's really like you do one client well, and they'll just start to come from everywhere, you know? So, but you can definitely buy ads anywhere, you know what I mean? So it's kind of up to you, but everybody travels. So you won't have won't have to really worry about that. I'm sorry. Somebody was calling me. I don't know why they're calling me.
Oh, okay. And then the last thing is it cheaper to go through this, you know, us, or is it cheaper to research online and people just don't take the time? They don't have the time, so that's why they would call us.
It's kind of like, okay, I mean, like, even though travel agents have been around for decades, it's kind of like, no, it's no cheaper and it's no more expensive. You don't pay a fee to go through it. So if you go through Expedia or Travelocity or Priceline or Orbitz, when you do that, in that price is embedded a commission, but that commission is paid to those particular websites. We get the same commission that they would have gotten. So, and we become your own personal private search engine. Okay. Those are search engines. As a travel agent, you are a search engine. The only difference is, let's say you go through Orbit and you book you a trip, right? And then something happens. Your dates change, or you put in the wrong information, or you didn't spell your name correctly. You have to call this 800 number, press 2, press 3, press 4. Hopefully you'll get an operator before the hour is up to help you change your trip, right? With us, you can just call your travel agent and say, hey, made a mistake, can you fix it? And then we handle it from there. So it's the convenience of it. Having your own personal private travel agent, number one. It's also the fact that you're going to get that personalized attention when you're booking the travel, the destination knowledge, you know what I mean? So you're going to make sure your client is okay and they don't have to pay any extra for that service. Like kind of, you go to a restaurant or you cook at home in your own kitchen. It's probably going to cost you the same amount of money to go to the grocery store, get the groceries, buy everything, come home, cook it, fix your plate, clean up your kitchen, do all that stuff. Where the convenience for you is to walk into the restaurant, sit down and order your food and have an expert bring you the same thing, same price, everything, but it's the convenience. So definitely they don't have to pay any extra for you. It's the convenience of it. And you will get people who call you and ask you for quotes and say, hey, Lauren, I want to go to Hawaii for 7 days, me and my boo. Can you find us something? And then when you go and give them the quote, they're like, oh, well, I found this and this and this and this and this. So it's kind of like, well, if you wanted me to do it, why did you do it? I told a client, funny story. I told a client the other day, he asked me to help him book his wedding. Okay. And so his has sandals. So when I'm booking the wedding, he gave me everything he wanted. So I'm asking the lady, and she's like, oh, well, that day is already, that time is already taken. Oh, that room is already taken. So everything he was asking for was already reserved. So I texted him and I said, did you already do this? You know? And so he was like, oh, well, I was doing some research and I just, wanted to give you some business. So I just came to you. I'm like, well, you've already reserved everything. I said, that's like you came into my restaurant, ordered a steak. And when I brought you your steak, you were already eating the steak that you brought from home. So he was, it's not like that. I'm like, yeah, it's like that. So, you will get that. Sometimes that just comes from habits people have. But once they see that, you're doing all the work and it's easier, because that's your job to get it done.
Right.
I basically just signed them up. So he just became a travel agent. So I'm like, you're doing the work anyway. Doesn't make any sense. You're going to make about $800 on your trip. Just sign up and stop playing. So he ended up just becoming an agent. But, yeah, so definitely, Lauren, you'll be able to give them destination knowledge. You'll be a professional, doing it. I mean, just like your photography, anybody can take a picture of themselves, but you're a professional. I want you to do it, so you have to look at it along those terms too. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I have one last question, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
If somebody cancels their trip, like when do we get paid? Is it when they take the trip? Because when they cancel, do we have to give, we don't get the commission, right?
Right. You're spot on. So it depends on when they cancel. If they cancel after because there's a cancellation date to where 100% of the money's already paid and you don't get anything back. So for instance, I had a group go on a cruise and their cruise was in June, but the final day to pay for the 100% cancellation was March 9th. So I actually got paid 2 weeks after March 9th. I got paid in March. They didn't leave until June, but I got paid as soon as that cutoff date was set. So it really depends on the suppliers, how they pay and when they pay. Some of the cruise lines pay after. Some of them pay before. Okay. It just depends on, and you're right, it depends on the cancellation policy, how that happens. Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Great questions. Great questions. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Thank you for that. Okay. Let me go ahead and unmute 773. 773, you are unmuted. Hello, I'm back to you. Do you have any questions?
No. Deanna actually wanted me to dial in because I actually joined Evolution last year in 2018. I have to remember that it's a new year. And I did try to, book a few trips for some people. And of course, I got excuses after, I had done the work. And then for personal reasons, actually with my parents, it turns out that both my parents now, as of later in the year, have dementia. So my life pretty much stopped, up until maybe December, when I was finally able to get a full-time caretaker for them. So I really wanted to do it, and I hadn't done basically anything. It was a little bit here, a little bit there, but I hadn't booked any of the trips. And, just from me listening to this call, though, one of the reasons why I originally joined, I love to travel myself, and it's so funny, just listening to you, and you said you live in Northern Cal. I want to move to Northern Cal. I actually want to. Yes, I live in Illinois now. I'm in the suburbs. I'm in Chicago, and we've been hit with snow, and it's Arctic cold tonight. So, and I've heard that I don't know exactly where you are, but that it was almost 70 degrees there today. So that doesn't make me feel all that great sitting here, and I'm hearing the wind blowing outside and the snow and everything. But one of the reasons why I originally joined was for tax purposes.
Yes.
I wanted to do this because I had gotten my children are adults now, and it's just me. And I had just gotten to the point where one year I actually had to pay the IRS. And then another year, I think I got like a $50 tax return. And then another year, I think it was like $100. And I was like, this is crazy. You know, I am working basically just to pay bills other than the little traveling that I was doing for myself. So, and that wasn't a whole lot. And it wasn't a whole lot because it seems like, you know, I'm basically working to pay bills. So, you know, I talked to her earlier today, and she actually said to me, I just want you to listen in, because what you're doing right now, this I've never done. And I've seen your name out there a million times, you know, over the emails, and I had just never logged in. And now I'm seeing why she wanted me to do this, because my life, like I said, it stopped. It just completely stopped last year with me having to take care of both parents and pretty much, you know, everything that being thrust on me at the last minute. But now I'm seeing, you know, just from the call, why. She's like, listen, just dial in, please. And, you know, now I'm understanding it. So I think I'm going to be coming back. I actually literally just stopped it this week.
Oh, wow.
She said to me, if you have an hour, do you have an hour a week? And I said, okay, well, I can do an hour a week. She's like, let me show you how to do this. And again, I told her, don't, you know, this is not your fault. I didn't reach out to anybody because, you know, I just pretty much figured, well, this is something that I need to do on my own. And she said to me, you are never alone doing this.
Right.
You know, and I know that just from seeing the emails with the, you know, dial in tonight, or call this person. And, you know, just from the different things that I do know about, you know, the little time that I was in it, I've seen the stuff out there. I've seen the marketing. I saw all of it. I just did not initially take the time. And then later on, I didn't have the time. So I'm seriously considering rejoining. I really am.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you this. I'm glad Dionne reached out to you today, and I'm glad that you took her advice and hopped on. But what you have to understand is when we say you're in business for yourself, but you're definitely not by yourself, we mean it. And Evolution Travel is a nice, big family. Like, I've never worked with people ever in any industry, in any part of my life, where the people were this supportive. And, you know, like, we went on our company trip to Cabo, a couple months ago, and people were literally crying at the airport leaving each other. I mean, you go on a company trip, and like, you know what, bye, whatever. But, you know, it's like, well, when am I going to see you again? I can't wait to come to the birthday party. You got to be at convention. You know, like, with these bonds that are, you know, built in this company are real. And it's because people are really enjoying their lives. They're traveling, they're making money, and they're helping people. And it's not because, like, I'm helping you and has nothing to do directly from me. It's, you know, because of the way the company is made, we all help each other regardless of who brought you into the company. It doesn't matter. We're all going to be here to support you and help you. We have a 12-week series that just started last Tuesday, and I want you to participate 1,000%. I'll make sure that you get the, you probably already got an email from me today. It said 12-week series. I sent it out to everybody.
No, actually I didn't, because I probably had been taken off any email or anything by now, because like I said, I just stopped it this week. Oh, no, I don't care if you're off or not. You get an email from me regardless. So look in your spam. Look, I sent it about an hour and a half ago. So look in your spam. I always say, whether you are active or not, you're still part of the family. So there might be something in that email that you see that triggers something that makes you want to come back. So I never take anybody off of any list unless, you know, they ask me specifically to do so. But other than that, it was sent to you for sure. So check your emails. If you didn't get it for whatever reason, you can't find it in your spam, text me. My cell phone number is 925-204-7444. 925-204-7444. Just shoot me a text and I'll make sure you get the email right away. But check and see if it's there. But because I'm sure I sent it out to about 8,000 people, so I'm sure you got it. But the other part I was gonna, and I just forgot what I was gonna say. The other part I was gonna, so the
12-week training is teaching us everything. You missed the first one, which was Tuesday, but I'll make sure you get the recording for that. But it's taking you from the beginning of your business through everything, through marketing, through the, travel trainings, how to, your mindset, managing your time with your family and your other life, how to incorporate everything together. So it's really something like, if you go through this 12 weeks, for sure, at the end of the 12 weeks, you'll be in the right position to get whatever it is you want out of your business. So make sure you're at, that is on Tuesday, every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. But I'll make sure you.
6 o'clock. Is it 6 Pacific?
6 Pacific. So what is that for you? 8
o'clock? 8 my time. No, that's 8. That's 8 my time, which is perfect because I'm definitely at home by then.
Nice. Okay. Well, good. I'm gonna look for you too. I'm gonna look for you in the participant list. I'm gonna make sure I see your name because I want you to be there. Okay. Well, good. Great call, you guys. Great. Yolanda is saying this is so true. She got out of the business and came back after meeting everyone at the retreat. Okay, so Yolanda Dean, she's a travel agent. She's on this call right now. One thing about this call is it's not only guests. There are agents on this call. They hop on here every single night to support the guests and to support me when I'm training. They help if I miss something, if they ask a question I can't answer because I don't know everything, so they're there to support me, and I love them because they're so supportive. They don't have to get on here, but they do every single night. And Yolanda just said we had a retreat in Jamaica. Yolanda had quit the business, but she still came to the retreat with her friend who had told her about the business. After that retreat, now Yolanda is one of the top paid agents in our company. She is helping people all over. She's in Detroit, so she's close to you. She's helping and training people all over the world, but Yolanda is one of the most influential people in this company doing big things. And just like you, she walked away. And then after walking away, she kind of saw the light and she came back, and she's been doing great ever since. So Yolanda, thank you for reminding me. You do so much. I forgot you left. But thank you for reminding me about that. So yeah, sometimes, they say it's not about when you get into evolution, it's when evolution becomes a part of you. That the business actually starts to grow inside of you. You start to become successful. So it's not just a travel business. Definitely we make lots of money, have lots of fun. But it's more than that. We really become family. And that's why we, dedicate our time to making sure each other, gets what we need. Because this call is not a corporate call. This is something I put together myself to make sure that our agents get their answers, their questions answered, and everything that's put together. And it's just, we've been doing this now for the last, 5 months, every single day. I do this every day at 6 o'clock. I don't care where I am in the world. I do this call. So I've even done it walking through the airport. So it's going to happen. So thank you guys for hopping on this evening. Dionne, right? Was it Dionne?
Yes, thank you so much. And I'm going to have to text Deanna and tell her, she just called me just out the blue today. And she's like, look, I'm not ready for you to let this go.
Yes.
She's I understand, when I told her, I said, Deanna, it's not just my dad, it's both parents now. Mm-hmm. So I just, and we talked about some other things. I told her how, I still had this dream because I thought I would be living in Northern Cal by now. I really did. I was getting ready to move. And, then this happened. And then I told her, I said, I decided my initial decision was, okay, I'm going to stop this. And then when I move, I'll be able to focus more on just myself and what I want to do. But I'm just kind of thinking now, no, maybe I need to just go on and do this and actually do it this time. Because I don't think that, before my life changed, I invested the time that I could have invested in it. Right. And if I had, reached out and gotten the tools that I needed, I think I could have done more. And that's what I'm thinking now, just from this call.
Mm-hmm. Well, the tools are here. And so we want to make sure you get them. Go on to also welcometoevolution.com. If you go to welcometoevolution.com, you'll see a lot of the tools that are there for you.
Okay.
Stuff that'll help you too. So
Okay.
okay, well, Dionne, I'm
Okay.
gonna look
Thank
for
you
you
all
on
so much.
Tuesday. You are so welcome.
Okay.
You're so welcome, and I'm
Thank
looking
you.
forward to you coming back. Okay.
Before everyone hangs up,
Hey, Lauren.
welcome to Evolution. Hi, is welcome to evolution.com where I would get access to the modules and pay the $30. I don't
No,
have a link.
okay, Taisha is the one that invited you, right?
Yes, but it was through Craigslist, so we spoke on
Yeah.
the phone, and I didn't get a link.
It's okay. Taisha is on here too. Deanna is here. Taisha is here. So Taisha is listening to you. So she is going. Ty, I call her Ty. Ty, could you send Lauren the link so that she can go ahead and get started? Welcome to Evolution is where you're gonna go like to get different tools and information and all that stuff. So that's what that is. That's just another one of our resources. But Ty is listening. She can hear you. Ty, if you hear me, could you put in the chat box that you hear me, please, darling, so that we can make sure we
Hi,
hear
Ty.
Lauren. Ty is super sweet. She's so sweet. I've known her for a long time, and she's one of our agents. Deanna too. I've known Deanna since day one. Deanna is a monster in the business. 100%. She's booking travel. She's helping people. I won't tell you what she does in real life, but just know she is the boss and she's working her business and having a good time doing it too. Okay, Taisha, she's listening. She says welcome. So go ahead and send that to Lauren so that you can have the information.
Great, thank you.
Been a great call, very fulfilling call. I enjoyed you guys this evening. Thank you so much for the questions. I'm looking in the chat box and I don't see any other questions there. You guys, do me a favor to the agents that are here. Would you do me a favor and unmute your phones really quickly and tell these two ladies welcome to the company and let them know that we support them, please? Can we unmute ourselves?
Welcome. Welcome to the company.
Welcome to the company. Congratulations.
Okay, let's see here. I'm always pressing the wrong buttons. I pressed the wrong buttons. Okay, well, you guys, again, this is Tony Ward, travel agent training specialist with Evolution Travel. Looking forward to working with all of you and seeing you all at the bank and at the beach. This Zoominar is officially over. You guys have a fabulous rest of your Saturday night, and I'll see you soon. Love you guys. Bye.